Alright, so we've proven that this thing can move under its own power. All we got to do now is figure out whether or not the injectors are bad. So what it did was I hitched up my test light to the main positive terminal on the battery. Now I already tested, well, you know what, I'll test it again just to show you. We've got power to the injectors. I've checked all these so far. We'll hitch up to a ground here. Shove this thing up its little hole, and now these Dodges in this particular vintage, it's dark green with an orange tracer on it. Do that, and then you kind of mash on the Lone Wolf 9000 Plus XL. Where'd it go? Well, there it is, it's under the camera. Alright, so let's try mashing on that and mash this at the same time. Get her mashing on. Look at those fancy clips I had put in. A typical Midwesterner fashion, I'm going to say. They were cheap. Okay, so we got power to the injectors when she's trying to start. That's I think that's off the ASD relay. Are we actually on camera? Yes. Automatic shutdown, which turns off and on everything, like the injectors and the. I noticed the coil and the injectors are on the same color wire for their main positive. It's a dark green with an orange stripe on it. Alright, we're going to hook into the positive of the battery now. We're going to test the computer to see if it's trying to fire the injectors, or possibly also test the wiring in between here and the computer. Technically this does both at the same time, and it'll tell you if one or the other is wrong, but it doesn't tell you which. Alright, let's go. So the computer's pulsing the injector, but the injector isn't doing anything. Now the other day, I actually had this apart. Well, I didn't have it apart, but I had it fired up. And unplug each injector in sequence, and this one and this one are firing. The rest of them are completely down. So the next problem is getting all this stuff apart, because the throttle body's in the way and the throttle cables are in the way. Oh, here's something cool I did to get this cable to stick on here. I gotta still cut a little notch or something to hold that, or put a little doohickey onto it, weld something onto it to hold it, but it's there for now. I gotta get this thing here and this with all the injectors out of the car, whatever the thing is now. So I'm thinking that bolt, I'm missing two. Ah, interesting. Well, I didn't take those out. Huh. I wonder if there's something else wrong with this thing. Anyways, I'm going to take these two bolts out, yank this whole thing up off of here, and then take that bolt, and that bolt, and that bolt, wherever it is, there, out, and fight with it for 6 hours and unplug all the injectors, and it should, in theory, eject the injectors from the manifold. Or rip the injectors out of the fuel rail and break the clips off. That would be fun too. These have clips on them. They look like they might sort of have some sort of clip on them. Sort of, kind of. Maybe, I don't know. They're not GM. But it seems like a lot of these manufacturers are sourcing their injectors from the same place. So like right now, if I fire it up, see, that was different because it ran on 3 cylinders instead of 2. Huh. Okay. Maybe I'm just getting all the nasty shit gas out of it. Let's see what happens if I plug these back in. In the right order. In the right order. Nah, screw that. That's too much work. And probably upside down too, just because. I don't think it really matters the polarity of these things. At some point they might care. That plugs in, that plugs in. Why doesn't this plug in? Because I broke the connector or something stupid. It's upside down. Yeah, it looks like the top. Oh, yep, there it is. Derp. Alright. Well, alright, let's give her some fuel pressure. My fuel pump relay is this wire here. I just kind of stick it to the positive battery terminal and then I stick the key on indicator onto the positive terminal. And then I pull this thing. And then it screwed up again. It ran okay for like a couple seconds. And then those injectors look kind of rusty and nasty and crap. I wonder... Huh. I wonder if I should just hook an oscillator up to those and just, well, of course I'd have to have pressure on it and that would fill the damn thing up with gasoline or acetone or whatever the hell I'm using to be mean to it and try to get the damn thing to free up, or Berryman's or seafoam or whatever you might have locally. Huh. Unless, of course, well, no, if these bolt holes went all the way through, it shouldn't really matter because it would just idle fast anyway. Alright. Well, so we know the computer's firing the injectors, but they just aren't doing anything. And I wish there was a test port on this side to see if there's a blockage in this thing here. Maybe somebody accidentally lifted it, well, or stupidly lifted it by the crossover pipe over there, because there's no thingamajig that you can use. There's a test port over there, and I know it's got gas coming out of it. And I can say gas on this one because this one doesn't run on ethanol. That's tuned for gas, and I got it set up. It runs gas. It's a gas-powered automobile for now. It'll probably run ethanol eventually, but gas is okay for now. So, alright, let's just take the throttle body off. Yeah. Let me do a complete shutdown of everything here. Take the clip lead off, take the positive battery terminal off, take the test light off. There we go. Okay. Take the negative off too, what the heck. Okay, now I should shut that off. So, I'm going to figure that since all three of those cylinders are not firing, and I was able to get power out of at least one of them, and also injector pulses out of one of them, it should, in theory, reason that the other three, and actually the other four, are also clogged up. So let's go get some 2Ls. Alright, I got the Sovietsky metric ski socket skis on here. Pretty sure that's probably what it is. Oh, look at that. I got the right one. I also brought a wrench that I just immediately dropped into the radiator fins, or a ratchet, and I also brought a Harbor Freight impact, comma, 3/8, which I just dropped directly into the intake. That's good. Alright, good job. Ooh. Huh. It shouldn't come loose that easy. If somebody had this thing apart already. Huh. Maybe there's more to it than what we've got. I mean, I know they junked the van that it was attached to because it was no good. Okay, note to future self, I'm sticking these bolts in the strut tower holes. So this comes, oh, wow. Huh. Well, there's no gasket under that. Huh. Well, I bet you they've already had this off of here trying to figure it out. Well, I have a complete spare set of these injectors with a good fuel rim. Let's just take the damn things off. Huh. Whoops. Yeah, just drop it in the intake, why don't we? That's good. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I bought something specifically for this type of purpose. I'll be right back. Alright, that's better. Instead of just sticking them into the strut tower, I'm going to stick them to this Harbor Freight Pittsburgh Tools magnetic tool holder hickey. Magnetic, it's a hickey and it holds the tools and bolts. Alright, let's take the under 2 out. I could swear there's supposed to be a gasket under that throttle body. I'm real sure there's supposed to be one. Like every one of them I've taken apart so far, that's even the Magnums, have had a gasket under that throttle body. It's looking real suspicious. And it's got real damn good compression. The damn thing's like brand new. So I don't want to put a turbo on it because it's too new of an engine. The rings ain't worn on enough. We'll just butt the rings into each other and have a real mess. Alright, well, that should be loose. Let's see if we can... Oh, let's pull the connectors off of her first. And then we'll take her loose. Yeah, it might sound kind of screwy, but I got this thing loosened up enough that but it's still connected enough that I could potentially fart around and take the fuel rail out of the engine, crank it, and watch the injector spray in open air. As long as the injectors stay stuck to the fuel rail, which I'm guessing they should. Alright. Well, exerting upward pressure, that should come out of there. I think we're going to have to go from sort of one end to the other. Probably use my Gordon Freeman to rip that stuff out of there, but we'll see. Let's try this first. Always use the screwdriver to pry first. That's how you know if it's a serious job or not. Everybody's like, oh, use the right tools. Well, come over and bring the right tools over. Come on. Give me a hand here. Huh. Funny, I don't see anybody showing up with the right tools. Alright, we'll just use the present tools. So. Alright, where did my Gordon Freeman go? You know what? I'm just going to use the big one. Screw that. If you're going to break it, you may as well break it real good. Tower iron. Ouch. Break something I didn't even intend to break this time. Yeah. That must come off. See if I can bust a hole in the intake too, that'd be good. Well, I got a few of these things. V6 ones, so that's not too awful of a thing, but probably needs gaskets anyway. Alright, let's try it from the underside. Gotta sort of be careful prying stuff like this because you'll friggin' break it. It's kind of what the right tools are made for, but it's kind of what I don't have because if I got more subscribers I could monetize and actually get some tools and whatnot that are right, but until then, oh, something came. Alright, come on, gimme. Gimme. I don't really care if I break these injectors too bad either, because like I said, they're probably no good anyway. I've got a set of them I think work in the garage. If them don't work, I got a set in the shop that's brand new. Oops. We pull the rail out of the injectors and the injectors out of the hole, half and half. Alright, that's good. So I know that technique sort of works. I wonder how this is going to be putting them back in. Spoiler, huge pain in the ass. I wonder if them's rusty or something. Seems like they don't want to come out. Wow. Well, that line had a lot of rust in it. Huh. Oh, there we go. Okay, one out. Yeah, come on. 2, 3. Good. Okay. I've also verified that the injectors are attempting to fire. 12-volt battery to them through a resistor and they clicked. Alright, let's see what we got to deal with here since I got the rail off her. Yuck! Oh, they're rusted shut. Holy shit. Ew. No wonder they don't work. Alright. That must have been when that tornado came through and blew the cover off it. Well, shit. How do these come off? Just push them to the back. Yep, there we go. Alright. Keep these because they look important. I'm guessing, since there's clips holding the injectors on, that, except for this one, it broke, that you have to put the injectors on the rail and then put the whole assembly back on the engine and give it a good smack. And it should pop down in. Well, I guess it's a good time to put new O-rings in her. Alright, well, I know their injectors are junk. Yeah, last year we had a tornado come through and it blew the cover off this engine. It ingested a little bit of water and I thought I got it all, but I guess it wasn't quite the theory. Ew. Yuck. Well, that looks like actual gas. Oh, wow. I just don't dip these things in acid or something. They'll come loose. I don't think they're going to come loose. She's toast. Alright, well, at least we know what's wrong. Much as I hate to take the wheel rail off this thing, it figured out the problem real quick. So basically, just got to play injector changer. Yeah. I'm going to play rag finder here right quick. Oh, I know, I got a whole roll of leaves. You can tell this ain't ethanol, this is gas. What is this shit within this stuff? You know what, I've got a whole rail full of injectors ready to go on the intake. I'm sure half of them are going to come off and break the clips and shit. Oh, well, or I wonder if it's easier, maybe it's easier just to stick the injectors in the holes and then shove the intake or the rail down onto them. And then, what's this gritty shit in here? I wonder if somebody put something in the tank of that van. Maybe that's why it quit running. They're just like, ah, junk, that's no good. It's not like sand, it's finer. It's just, I don't know what the hell it is. It's just real nasty, gritty stuff. Hope it didn't, whoa. That's kind of rusty, ain't it? Whoops. Well, that'll be why she won't work. Yeah, I'll just take the whole rail off the 95 intake because they're the same. I'm not taking them off my 96 because that's got to work. That's my backup truck. The 95 intake in the garage was off a good, well, a worn out but still good running motor. The 95 to 98, the injector connector should still be the same. There's more of that gritty shit. What the hell is that? I'll put it under a microscope or something. Yuck. Somebody sugared the thing. Alright, we got the clips off everything here. Let's pull these out. Oh, you know what? I'll just look at the manual and see what it tells you to do. Now the good news is it didn't ingest any water when it was running. I completely evacuated all the water out of it. And then I ran it for a little bit to heat it up to boil everything else out. So it didn't seize anything up, but there's one of the good ones. See, it's shiny on the inside. Oh, then I dropped it, so now it's not good anymore. Ah, screw you. There we go. I've got some O-rings. I wonder if they'll fit these new assortment. Yeah, give me this one too. What yuck. Yep. There's the other good one, and there's a partially good one. Alright, well, we got a rail here full of sort of feelish stuff. Yep, I can see it. Good one, bad one, good one. Partly good one. Where'd the other three go? Oh, there's one of them. This is a junker too. And I was thinking about, wow. Oh, I ripped the cap off it. Oops. Yuck. Yeah, I better just change them all out. Oh, I've got a set of these bolts in the garage. I have a complete set of 4. You know what? Oh, what's this? Huh. Oh, that's weird. There's another throttle body bolt. What the hell? What's that doing there? I remember taking those out. The college took them out and just left them sit there. I wonder if the other one's on the other side. Yeah. I'm going to lay these injectors on this side. Well, they're all mixed up now, screw it. It'll be pretty obvious which ones do and which ones don't work. At least now we know what's wrong. Oh, actually that gritty stuff's on top of here. Be careful not to stick it in the engine. Alright, well, pretty sure that's supposed to have a gasket and it doesn't. So we're going to get a gasket and we're going to get a set of 6 new injectors because, well, I don't know. Let me look and see how these ones in the garage look. Maybe they're usable. Keep getting tempted to tear farther and farther into this thing, but no, I'm not going to do it. Ain't happening. Because the farther you tear into it, the less likely it is to run again. I already had it running. I moved it the other day, and I want it to continue to do that, so I'm only tearing into it as far as I have to. If I got to change the intake gasket at some point in the future, I'm going to do it in the future, not now. Future me can deal with that problem. Future me is going to bitch about that, but future me can kiss my ass. You can reach it. Alright. Well, guess I'm going to go in the garage, take the flashlight. Yeah, come in the garage too. I'll show you what's going on. Can't show you the whole thing because there's some proprietary shit in there, but yeah, ouch. And what I'll do is I'll smash my finger in the thing. Let's go to the garage. Yeah. The garage is kind of where stuff that ain't easily waterproof can live. Alright, what's the thing on this? Here, watch that door, and I'll watch this one. There we go. We're in. Let's see. There's something cool. Let me get an angle on this thing, because you don't want to show off things you shouldn't be showing off. No water. Sfago on tap. Wash my hair and my face and my butt crack with it. Because I can, because I'm fat paid. Got a 5-story fun house would have made. Also, here's my camper. The inside of it. I framed it out with 2x4s and it's got some 1x stuff on the roof for support. The outside's masonite right now. We're going to put some real sheathing on it once we get a chance. I got that foam because I got marine pourable foam insulation. You can see that Instapack there. I tried that, but it was super expensive to do. So I didn't. Here's the innards of a brand new Fax 20 Gates Air transmitter, FM broadcast. Part of a transmitter here, we send out for repairs. Got silver roof coating and roof adhesive, putting the tar paper on my roof of my camper. Got 5 pistons, the 6th one I took to my shop to measure. That's for, well, from this engine, which is a 3.9 Dodge Magnum. That's a 95 out of a Dakota. I'm just about ready to start putting it back together. I got to clean the block up some and buy some rings. I got all the seals and gaskets and everything I need for it. Just got to start piecing it together. That transmission's off a 2000 S10 and it fits this engine, which is out of a 2000 something or other. Should be Malibu, I think. I put all gaskets in it and stuff. I'm getting ready to put the intake back on it now. I've got to clean these ports out before I put it back on. And I got brand new good gaskets for it, not the old cheapo junk. I got to machine some off of this so I can turn it around and turn it into rear wheel drive. Machine this little piece off of here where there's no water passage. I have to put my borescope in there to make sure there's no water passage. This exhaust crossover can stay because it's just gonna have, well, it's not, it doesn't sit that far back. And the shifter is actually slightly far back on this one, farther back on this one than the original Mitsubishi one. This is going in a Ram 50 Mitsubishi pickup. Bad tire, it's got a hump in it. Bad tire, it's got a big hump in it. There's my little tractor. It's nice, it runs. Needs a gas tank. We've got here 45 RFE. What the hell did I come in here for? That's out of a Jeep. I was going to try to hook it up to my 3.9 V6 and use a 4-wheel drive doohickey on it, but I can't because I can't get the right flywheel combination to make this work with an older engine. It's got to work with a something ending in a 7. 3.7, 4.7, 5.7, because it doesn't have the teeth on the flywheel or on the torque converter. And I can't figure out how to make that work. Alright, there's my other 3.9 intake. Presumably a good set of injectors on it. Well, let's just take this over, screw it. It's probably got, no, it doesn't got bolts in it. It's got a plugged off vacuum hose. It ain't plugged off no more. Okay. Oh, the injectors are a different color. The plot thickens. I wonder if that's going to cause a problem. Interesting. It doesn't have any weird appendages on it, just the same injectors. I think the temperature sensor uses a different plug, but that's about it. This one might have a couple more hickeys coming out the side of it, but oh yeah, this one's got an EGR passage too. The other one doesn't because it doesn't have it. It's a 98. Well, I wonder if we're going to have to go look on Rock Auto and Napa and a few other things and see if Ew. So that's not been running ethanol. It's got gasoline crud all through it. Let's go on Rock Auto and see if these injectors are even remotely compatible. Well, that'll do her for tonight. Join me tomorrow when I swear at cars some more. Actually, trucks. Well, cars with truck engines. Huh. Alright, see you later. Well, back I am. I got kind of bored and kind of annoyed with this fact that I couldn't get it together. And so I pulled the injectors off of that other Dakota intake I had sitting in the garage, and lo and behold, they plug in. Let's check one more thing. Okay, we want to check the impedance across the old ones and the new ones. Now I looked it up, and the pink ones and the blue ones appear to cross-reference to the same part number. And they're the same physical dimensions. They've got the same connector on them because I found out they plug into the same plug. There's nothing different about them except one's pink and one's blue. I'm not sure if it's an opening time or one of these has got slightly bigger on the top. That might have just been how the way I ripped it out of the thingamajig. Doesn't seem to be that there's a whole lot of difference other than the blue ones aren't rusty and all nastier than the other ones. Seems like the O-rings are more likely to stay with the pink ones than the blue ones out of the fuel rail. Basically, right now I'm swapping all the O-rings from the tops of the pink ones to the tops of the blue ones. We got 3 over here done. Got 4 over here done. I got O-rings on the bottom. The blue ones have a green O-ring at the bottom too, instead of the black O-ring that the pink ones have. So I'm guessing that's probably something to do with different materials or whatever. Anyways, maybe ethanol compatibility, because these came from Pittsburgh, a Pittsburgh truck, and it had to pass the emissions. And I think it didn't pass the emissions, and or it had giant rust holes in the frame, which is why they quit using it. So that's that. Okay, check for O-rings left in the rail. And I think we got all of them. But I'm still missing, oh yeah, just rip them off of the thingamajigs over here. That'll do. Alright, sit that there for now. We need 2 more O-rings. Top O-rings, not bottom. You gotta be real careful to not rip the damn O-ring. That feels clear. Alright. Shove her back on there. Probably want to use some kind of lube. I didn't, just because. Oh, these green O-rings on the bottoms of these things are kind of crusty. And the black ones on the bottoms of these kind of aren't. Yeah, they're getting kind of bad too. Yeah, screw it. We'll do it, run it as is, and if it has a problem, we'll change them out, because they're not that hard to get to. And them throttle body gaskets are only like $2.50 a pop, and O'Reilly's stocks them. Like many O'Reillys stock them, so that's good. Like all the ones around here stock them, so that's what we need. Okay, so there we got, now I didn't read the manual on how to do this, so I'm just going to do it, and then get pissed off and read the manual later and find out I did it wrong. I'm going to shove these injectors into the manifold. I'm going to lube them up a little bit first. I'm not going to use silicone though, because you know about silicone. Because you know, if you use silicone, it'll screw up the oxygen sensor, and then you'll look like a real boob. Ouch. Alright, get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. Get the other thing out of the way. Hey there, you turd. Alright. Now let's dump this old nasty transmission fluid all over the engine. That'll help matters. Oh, here's what we'll do. I will pour it into the cap. Then I will insert the end of the... Well, now I can't put the lid on the transmission fluid. It's going to get all over the place. No, screw it. Alright, I will dip the end of the injector, oops, wrong end, lightly into the transmission fluid, rotate. And I'm assuming that the gas that I inject will hopefully carry away the nasty transmission fluid. Yeah. You're supposed to have to put these in with a hammer. Where's that in? That's not in. I don't think it's in. Huh. Unless the O-rings are just shitty, which it could be. I'm going to get something to nail these in with kind of harder. Cause, yeah, I'm looking around for a half-assed, decent, sort of cleanish piece of wood, just to kind of bump it in there with. But yeah, just break it off. There we go. Or did it go in? Oh, yeah. That's what the ladies say. Why is it not going in? Or is it? Maybe that's all the farther it's supposed to go in. Yeah, I know it. They were in farther than that before. Oh, there we go. Just gonna jerk it around some. Tell you what. These sticks are better than one. I can kind of watch it on the bottom of this and see where to drive it in. You're probably not supposed to do that because they're probably supposed to just slide in. But this thing's so old and these O-rings are so shitty, it's going to get in the hard way. Oops. Huh. Well, maybe it's just friggin' filthy inside of there. That's why that feels like it's seated there. It looks like it's seated. Alright, cool. I'll buy that for $1. I'll buy that for $1. Alright, let's do the rest of them. You shut up. I ain't no burglary. I haven't tested these injectors yet. They probably don't work either. Oh, there we go. I just wasn't shoving them in at the right angle. I done shoved them in crooked. Alright. Yeah. Oh, well, that's way easier when you shove them in right. Huh, imagine that. It's like they're meant to go in a certain way, and if you shove them in crooked, they don't go in. I never would have imagined that. Boy, the things they come up with, I'll tell you what. You watch, that one that I bashed in is going to be the freaking one that doesn't work, too. Whoops. Ah, screw you, fan. No. Too damn humid out here to not have a fan. Let's change this light here so it's pointing the way it wants to. So we got to cater to the light because the light's got to have its way. That should be about the right angulation. Yeah. Oak instead of okay. Yeah. Oak. Whatever. Alright, jam that one in there. Oh, that's corroded. Well, guess what? It's going in a corroded hole. Oh, wow. Yeah. I guess that's kind of weird, but if you jam them straight in the way they're supposed to go in, it's not hard to jam them in. Weird. It's almost like they were designed to do that or something. That was stupid. Yeah, that one went in too. What the crap? Alright, well maybe I'm not saying it until it's done. You like saying the E word before you even start a project. It just sits there and thinks of ways it can screw you. There it is. Gotcha. Wow, it just popped right in. Holy crap. That's screwy. Alright, now, I guess all we should have to do... Well, I probably should have coated the top ends of them too, but I don't really want to mess with it as much because of the fact that I don't want to inject transmission fluid through the injectors, especially filthy, nasty, shitty transmission fluid, because it'll plug them right back up. So, let me think about the way I want to do this for a minute. Have I... Oh, I know. Q-tip. Comma, large. Alright, so I did this thing called going in and getting the damn Q-tip. I got these great big old long Q-tips, y'all. They used to be used for cleaning heads and tape machines, but we don't use tape machines and we don't use heads anymore. So, now it's a transmission fluid applicator for hickamajigs. Gotta lube them up. That is some nasty transmission fluid. I'm glad we did a partial change of that stuff. We should have done a full change. It's hard getting it out of the converter. We just pumped as much out as we could, and pumped as much back in as we could. As was reasonable and prudent to fit. That one's got some goo in it. Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't. Good. Alright, cool. So, allegedly, I think if I did this right, the fuel rail should just jam right down on top of there. And then I can just shove the clips back on. And put it all back together and go to O'Reilly's 0800 tomorrow morning. Snag me a device called a, what was I going to get there? I was going to get a, hold on, I'll think of it, give me a minute. At O'Reilly's tomorrow morning, I was going to get a gasket for this hickamajig here. Oh, yeah, I found the other, I found half of the gasket, or like a third of the gasket, this part, but the rest of it was missing. So I don't know what happened. They must have just put it half-assed back on. They're like, eh, let that be the next guy's problem. Well, as I'm almost always the next guy, well, I just pound it on with your fist. Get mad at it and just punch it. Neat. Hey, it went on. Yeah, cool. Let's try the other side, see how bad it is. Well, now I know how to do that a little better in the future. At least I hope that it just ruined the whole thing. And I hope that fuel rail is not full of trash that's going to ruin my new injectors too, but those old ones were nasty, rusty and stuff, so I don't think that was the case. Oh, it just sits right down on top of there, don't it? Like right where it's supposed to go. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Mash on her. Mash her good. Did I already mash it? Nope. It's unmashed. I just beat it with a stick. It'll go on. Knows what's good for it. There we go. She's on. All else fails, beat it with a stick. Now that I've ruined all my good 6 injectors, I'm going to put the clips back on and get all pissed off when the truck doesn't start. Ah, the one thing I didn't check to see if the clips are the same. Well, there's no time like the present to ignore that bullshit and try to force them on anyway. So I reckon they run like this. Whoop. Yeah. Well, we just dropped them into the engine. Oh, you missed the intake. What the hell? Alright, so we'll just shove them on however they go in. Probably do one like that. And it goes around the injector, and also the top part goes around the little lip on the rail. There it is. Okay, so I can pull the injector and the rail out of the bung, out of the intake, but I can't pull the injector out of the on the right side, yeah. I can't pull the injector out of the, what the hell was that? Oh, just something that's going to piss me off later, I'm sure. I can't pull the injector out of the thing where out of the fuel rail where the clip is, so that's good. That means that it's in there fairly solid, and it should stay and not blow off and cause a huge fire. Those are kind of annoying. Well, and fire is good, but not when it's my car. I spent hundreds of hours fixing, planning and plotting and buying expensive parts and cheap parts that are marketed as and sold as expensive parts. There's a pating fuck for you. Oh, I got a magnet. Oh, yeah. Sounded like it went all the way down. Let's find out. Got it? Oh, that's something else. That's a nut. Well, that's a brand new nice nut. I could use that. Yep, no good. I'll go in the garage and get another one once we get done with this crap. Or did it fall somewhere I can grab it with the magnet from up here? Maybe it fell line of sight from up here. Nah, that shit's gone. Wishful thinking. Are they even magnetic? I don't think so. I think they're stainless. Non-magnetic stainless. Oh, I forgot to do a thing. Yeah, duh. I need to check the resistance across technically the impedance, but in this case resistance across the injectors. Make sure I'm not putting the wrong ones in the wrong thing, because that would be really annoying. Okay, so the pink ones read 12.3 ohms. Where the hell did the blue ones? Oh, I know where the blue ones went. In the engine. Probably about to blow my computer up. 14.4. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's try one on the other side just to test it. 2 ohms isn't going to be much of a problem. Now these actually appear to be high impedance. Hello. Come on, turn on. Well, we got 2 readings anyway. That's good enough. Close enough for me. Anyways, these are high impedance injectors, which means that they're high resistance. You can plug them straight to 12 volts across the computer, and you don't have to use resistors or special driving methods or anything like that. It's basically similar to having a resistor built into the injector itself, and computer or ECU, whatever you want to call it, just pulls the injector open for as long as it needs to, and then it shuts it again. It doesn't have to pulse width modulate it because it doesn't have, it's got enough resistance that it doesn't burn up, basically. Alright, so those are all in, and we make sure that they're not the wrong impedance. Now, I don't think we're going to test this tonight. Well, you know what? This is going to bug the shit out of me until I do. So maybe I'll just bolt this throttle body on there and just test it, just kind of half-assedly. Oh, and this goes in the other way, and then This in here goes in like that. And this one here goes in like, definitely not sideways. There we go. Okay, other side. Then the clamping force of bolting the rail down should also help with holding the injector, or holding the injectors into the bungs and holding the rail to the injectors. Alright. Let's put the rail back on. Let's not do that just yet. Let's put the clips on all the injectors first. Take the plugs back off and then put the clips on. Did I miss a clip over there? I can't remember. Let's look. I've only got 2 clips over here, so I'm pretty sure I missed one. I didn't miss one. Maybe I did miss one. Hold on. Yeah, I'm starting to lose brain activity here. Maybe I need to go home. Yep, I missed one. Oh no, I didn't. It's got... Has it got one? It don't got one. Oh, there we go. Push it down a little bit. It seats into it. Beautimous. Alright. That I think was the one that I lost when I was trying to shove it in the hole. Okay. Take this here and hold on to it, and then you poke it with your finger real hard while you're shoving it in the hole. It goes into the hole. You push down on it, it goes click. Or it already went click. Yeah, okay, good. So that's all good. Let's go shove the other 2 in. And then we'll bolt her down. I did make sure that those were all blue injectors, not pink ones, right? Yeah, all the pink ones are laying all on the ground and everywhere else. They shouldn't be. They are anyway. Oh, the clips are magnetic. Cool. Alright, well, whatever. Let's clip this one here. I'll show you. Oh, this humidity's horrible. Need an air-conditioned garage. Oh, hey, it clicked in when I was supposed to. Neat. I'm going to rotate it out of the way of the connector. Thusly. There she goes. Okay, one more. And then we go into the garage and find out if those 95 clips are the same as 98 clips. I'm sure they are because the injectors are identical. Nearly. If it doesn't work, I'm going to give somebody a real damn dirty look. Ah, cool. There it goes. Clink it right in. Alright, gotta get another clip. Dub style. There we go. Click. Click. There we go. Cool. Alright, let's mash this on. Really? Yeah, okay. Yep, those are right. Just had it on slightly screwball. Suppose when I bolt these down too, it'll make them, it'll force them onto the bungs a little better. Alright, mash that on there. Get her. Oh, nope, you gotta rotate the clip. I see why they rotated those the way they did now. They were a pain in the ass to take out, but they're in the way of the plug when you put them on the way they want to go on. Nice. Yep. That cap's on wrong. Yep, that's on wrong. Shoot. Alright, well, pretty soon it won't be on wrong, it'll be on right. And then we'll flip it around backwards again. Click. See? Alright. Got our click out of it. And we got our connector where she needs to be. Let's shove the thing in the hole. There we go. Alright, cool. Now the other two bolts. Mash them in there. Bolt her down. And I'll fuel up the rail and see if she leaks at all. If it don't leak, I'm just going to bolt the throttle body straight down to it and give her hell. At least see if it'll start and run on 6 cylinders instead of 2. That's preferable. It didn't like running on 2, so we'll see if it likes running on 6 any better. Alright, I'm not sure what I missed on this because I kind of ran out of minutes on the camera and I forgot to reset it. But I went over to the garage, I got me another clip for the one that replaced the one I lost with the injector. I clicked all the clips onto all the injectors, plugged them all in. We're bolting the fuel rail down now. Injectors are in all the bungs, is what seated where they should be. They're seated in the rail where they should be. There we go. Alright, last one. You don't really want to impact on these ones, you want to kind of get a feel for them to make sure they're not ruining the threads and whatnot. Okay, now, I don't really like to do this, but we're going to stick this back on with no gasket because I don't really care how it idles as long as it doesn't totally over rev. Just such that it, I mean, it had half the gasket missing before anyway, so it couldn't possibly be any worse than that. Just such that it somehow controls the air going into there a little bit. It doesn't really need the vacuum signal that much off everything because, oh, maybe that's what was running rich too on them 2 cylinders it was running on. It doesn't need the vacuum signal as much because it's not trying to pull the fuel through the carb because there's no carb, it's a throttle body instead. That's just my bypass hose there. Heater core bypass. There we go. All right. I do not want to drop this because sometimes it falls into places where you can't get it back from easily. I don't feel like laying on the ground rolling around in this mud tonight. Although I'm sure I'm going to have to get used to it because I'm going to be doing that on the trail. Tonight is not the night for rolling around in the mud. I'm already filthy and disgusting and I'm tired. And let's just hook this up, give it a short test, and if it works, fine. If it doesn't work, get mad, jump up and down and punch stuff. Okay, stick the throttle hook in. Oh yeah, here's something cool. I put one of those grommets on the inside of this little ring on the end of the throttle cable so that it was real hard to push onto the little stump on the throttle body where the throttle goes attaches to it, cable attaches to it. And so the harder it was to attach to the stump, I figured the harder it's going to be to get it back off, and the harder it's going to be for it to pop off unwillingly when I don't want it to pop. So that's good. I was thinking about taking these old injectors up and putting them on, building a flow bench and putting them in there and trying to test them, but the price of injectors nowadays, and the OEM ones are expensive, but I can get the cheap ones for cheap. I've got a bunch of them already, so I'm thinking maybe if I really need to, I'll just buy a new one. But otherwise, we'll just use what we got. Okay, we need the starty thing. We need the fuely thing. We need the groundy thing. Alright, ground's hooked up. Primary power is hooked up. A little click there. Okay, secondary main hooked up. A couple seconds here. A little pop there. Alright. Key on command. Clink. Alright. And fuel pump. I hear something. I think I heard the air bleeding through the fuel, the rail. Let's take a look, make sure she ain't leaking. I see some transmission fluid, but I don't see anything that looks like it's a major problem. Well, yeah, it's leaking a little bit on this one. Well, it's flipped on. Just, I guess that O-ring's just a turd. Alright, let's see if we got any more leaks. It ain't gonna hurt anything leaking a little bit just to test it. Yeah, that one leaks too. Alright. And that I don't think does. Okay, cool. So we got 2 leaks, comma, minor, and the rest of them are okay. That'll help because it'll help to bleed all the garbage out of the fuel on the rail anyway. Well, I think we already pumped it all through the old injectors. Alright. Okay, key on. Simulated. Alright, fire in the hole. Fire in the hole. Oh, I missed the thing with the thing. Alright, hold on. There we go. Maybe the leak got worse now or something. Yeah, it's got more leaks, but it's enough just to test it. Alright, fire in the hole. Oh, crap. Now what? Okay, power down. Power up. Fire in the hole. Oh, wait. Did I miss the thing? Okay, next check. Are we out of gas? Or are we pumping anything? Not pumping anything. Why are we not pumping anything? Oh, whoops. Well, that's kind of a bigger leak than I thought it was. Alright. I guess my clip lead's no good. That's number 2 that's not any good. find another one that maybe hit. This one might be okay. For a fuel pumper anyway. Yep, we got us a leak. Well, now we definitely know we bled all the bad fuel out. Bled everything that could possibly be bad out of the rail. Well, I'm going to do something dumb. I didn't like that. I don't think it's got enough pressure to even open the injectors with that big leak there. Come on, release. No, not my fault. Alright, so it looks kind of like you got at least one injector that's just frickin' hosing. Okay, back off comes the damn throttle body. Yeah, give me the impact here. We'll use that to take it off. Now we can take this oil out of here. Alright, off comes the throttle body. Again. Guess I'm glad I tested this before I ruined a new gasket on it. Probably was wise. To some extent. It happens sometimes. Where the fourth one is. We'll do something about it later. Flop. Alright. Well, the good news is it don't leak over there, it only leaks over here. Oops, you know what? Let's undisconnectify the battery first, and then we'll dig with the fuel system. Like sparks out a giant bottle of gas. That's a good idea. Okay, battery radiator is disconnected rated. Get rid of this little Q-tip to pull the transmission fluid. I'm going in the groundhog hole, that'll work. Well, I'm glad I ran that fuel pump wire to the back of the car. It's kind of clip-leaded together back there, but at least it works. Huh. Something didn't seat right. This one here, I can rotate. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not all the way down on the injectors. Okay. Well, take this off too. I might be able to do this without taking the whole damn thing apart. That would be more practical. Alright. What's wrong with this picture? Oh, I see. They friggin' missed the damn thing. Well, that would probably do it. Probably want to actually have the clip on the injector and have the injector in the bung. Not just kind of floating there in midair. I don't like it very much when you do that. Whoops. This one's dicked up too. Ah, mosquito. Go away. Hang on, demon machine. Or demon beast. Oh, there we go. I didn't smack it down hard enough. My smacking board. I'll show you. Alright, one fuel injector smacking board. These are available online. Fuelinjectorsmackingboard.com. Oh wow, that was way the hell off. No wonder everything sucked. Actually, in this case, blue. Alright, there we go. Good old healthy dose of fuel injector smacking. Alright, let's take this off. Yeah, where's the clips? There's the clip. Put on the clips. Well, the clips go on way easier when they're right. Imagine that. Let's rotate this one. We do the same thing. Oh wow. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, smacks right in there. Okay, clip, plug, plug. Rotate, plug, light, plug. Aziz, light! Okay, there we go. Put this back in. I think we're going to church it impact this time, just because. I'm tired of farting around with it. We're going to probably do it again anyway. There we go. Alright. Let's mash down on all the thingies. You know what? I'm going to power up the pump right now and see if she still sprays. If she don't spray, we're going to go full fire mode and see if we can get her to start. Okay, ground. Gotcha. Okay. Don't see anything. I don't hear anything spraying. That's good. Alright, cool. Throttle body back on her. This here. This here. Kind of put them back similarly to the positions they were in, not exactly. Maybe I took these out when I had a concussion. I just randomly took two bolts out and left the other two in, just to irritate future me when I was done with the concussion mostly. I'm still having some symptoms, but you're nowhere near as bad as she was. Holy crap, man. That really messed me up. Don't ever get hit in the head when you get rear-ended by an idiot who doesn't see the red light. That's the third damn time that's happened. No, more than that. Can't remember how many times it's been. Way more than it should. I can't count the number of times. Well, I can count it. At least 4 that I've been, well, 2 concussions out of it. Alright, power up. Main. Ground. Okay, main power's on. Key is simulated on. Okay, it acknowledges. Alright, fuel pump. Oh. This thing's missing the end of the damn clip. Okay. Well, let's try her now. Oh, that's way the hell better. Yeah, that's got to be at least 4 cylinders out of 6. Probably more. Now that all the neighbors are awake. Let's give her one more shot. Key on. Remarkably good for not having an intake or a throttle body gasket or throttle body properly bolted down or half of the other stuff attached it's supposed to be. Alright, where does my ratchet go? Under the car. Under the car, under the car. Everything's hard when it just goes under the car. Oh, yeah. So it sounded like we're getting probably either 4 or 5 out of 6, and then the 6th one wanted to kick in a little bit once in a while. Probably have the map sensor work better if you bolt this down a little better. Alright. Let me turn this fuel back on. Oh, the fuel is on. Ah, cool. I forgot. It's on the main battery now. Yeah, there's no spray now. It's just going right into the motor and staying there. Cool. Oh, wow. That ain't even bolted down right either. Neat. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Do one more shot and then we'll call her a night. I'd say that's a rather relatively successful injector change. Uh-oh. My battery's going dead in my camera. Alright, hurry up.